Hey everybody, welcome back to the lab. We got this 90 or nothing series going on with the Kennesaw State edition. This is going to be episode number 13 of season 4. We're going into the ACC championship game, and we got a matchup against a undefeated Louisville Cardinal team. So this ought to be an interesting game for sure. And you know what the deal is as far as the overalls. We don't really look at the overalls too much. Especially in championship games. Championship games, first game of the year, always a tough game. So we'll see what happens.
After a dramatic and competitive regular season in the ACC, it all comes down to this: the conference championship game, a battle for the trophy that also carries serious college football playoff implications. Welcome to Bank of America Stadium, the home of the Panthers, right here in Charlotte, North Carolina, as we'll see one of the top teams in this conference, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on last season's national champions, the Kennesaw State Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Herbstreit. Let's get this thing underway. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and we'll start at the 25. So the Louisville Cardinals offense comes onto the field for the first time today. And the reason why this is one of the games of the week is you got a receiving core that's just been lighting people up. So hard to stop collectively, but they're running into an elite defense that's filled with confidence too, Kirk.
Yeah, Chris, I'm going to turn it around a little bit and talk about, I think, the offensive line. We know what the receivers can do. Will the quarterback have enough time against this defense to be able to make the throws where he can try to expose the secondary? That's the real challenge. Can you protect the quarterback to give these receivers a chance to make plays?
They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And they've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Pass rush gets home.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The Owls offense comes out for their first possession today. Kirk, let's check the impact players in this game. Guys who have been leaders, guys who are being counted on to deliver today.
Well, these are the guys that both these teams rely on, as you said, to be able to make the plays. And more importantly, when it gets into that point in the game where you need to be able to have some leadership, these are the men that are going to have to step up and be able to provide that for each team.
Offense operating from the pistol. It's a run to the left. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Tailback takes the handoff again. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
shotgun now. Here's an inside give. He's found some room at the 45. They make the stop at the 47. That's enough for a first down.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. There's the handoff. It'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
That's caught. It's Smith. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Here's a quick throw off the play fake. They bring him down, but not before gaining first down yardage to the 22. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down, but that play will set up a first and goal now at the 10. First down here for this offense. Trying to find room. It's Clark. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Catch made on the right side. Tackle at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the catch. Can he get in? He will score. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. Methodical but effective, Kirk. Probably one of the most impressive drives we've seen in the conference championship game.
Hey, I have to agree with you. Long drives like that are like a great painting, slowly layering all the intricate facets until you have a masterpiece completed. That drive was put together in the same fashion, just masterful execution on that drive.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Louisville offense is back out there on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Short pass finds the tight end. And that'll pick up a first down out of the 37. A new set of downs after that completion. They're going to run it. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Kennesaw State is in front right now, Kirk. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this 3rd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Cardinals bring their punt team onto the field. They're going to kick it away for the 2nd time. Trying to return the punt for some extra yardage. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here comes the Owls offense back out there. Here's the first play of the drive. They started at 28. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
He's back to throw again on second down. This time it's complete. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
Great accuracy here by the quarterback, hitting his receiver in stride on that slant, and it gave him a chance to pick up some yards after the catch.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. And the quarterback dropping back. Makes the grab. It's Montgomery. That play moves the ball across midfield, and he set it with a first down at the 41. First down and 10. And a player is down injured after that last play. He'll take a timeout while they check him out. Quick throw misses his mark there. Incomplete. They misfire on first down, so it's second and 10 from the 41. Looking to throw again. Grab down the middle. It's Clark. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. That completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here.
Well, there's no time to sit there and talk to each other as a defense. You give up a big gain for a first down, and already you got to get lined up because here comes the ball again.
Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a first and goal.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kennesaw State.
Boy, Chris, how about the blocking on this touchdown run? The effort and execution combined with the vision of the running back, everything just working in concert together.
With the PHC, they take a 14-0 lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Louisville offense is back out there on the field. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. Can they begin to click now?
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Short connection to the tight end here. Tackled, but first down. It's the 2-minute timeout. This offense running out of time to cut into this lead before the break. First and 10 play coming up. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Well, today's middle linebacker has to have the ability to cover, to be able to be a great run stuffer. Also, the ability to blitz and get after the quarterback. There's an example of it right there. These guys are becoming more and more athletic every year in college football.
That sack sets up a second down and very long. Oh, he breaks free. Just standing there, gets hit again.
Boy, this defense is having a game. So much pressure, so many sacks already. We're not even to halftime. The offense better do a better job of protecting, and I think the offensive coordinator needs to make some adjustments in his pass pro to give this quarterback a chance.
Bringing pressure. Caught over the middle. It's Golden. Defense able to stop it. It's fourth down now. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. The Cardinals will line up to punt it away. Looking to flip the field here. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Here comes the Kennesaw State offense back out catch made in space. Look out. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
He's brought down, but the game moves the ball to the 39.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
The receiver makes the catch. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon. Looks left and finds his target there. They finally bring him down, but the offense set up now. First down from the 15. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. This offense cannot be stopped.
Oh, man, these guys will not be stopped. Talk about putting up points before halftime and then really putting some distance on the scoreboard. This defense is officially reeling.
And they get set now to try the PAT. They add the extra point and the lead down 21-zip. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. So they start the drive here looking to make something happen in the final seconds before halftime. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. They get him down, but the game moves the ball up to the 36. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. Just time enough for one more play in the half. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking for a man deep on the right side. And it's picked off. That was a risky pass attempt, and he paid the price. Tackled on the return, and that's how we'll end the first half of play. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Chris, so much to break down from a spirited first half in this ACC championship. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem. I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the men who will take us home in this ACC championship, Chris Fowler and Kirk Herbstreit.
All right, thank you for the update, Kevin. Appreciate it. And the Cardinals will kick this away to start the second half. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Kennesaw State's offense out there now. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments? Come up with a stop here. That's a stop behind the line of scrimmage. They've got him for a 3-yard loss. They lose 3 in that play. So now it's second down and 13. Important play coming up. Looking downfield. It's Brewer. Makes the catch. It's Montgomery. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35. Offense goes to the pistol formation now. And looking to throw now on first down. quick completion to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
On the run, he'll let it go. Catch is made. Room to run here. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. This offense is still clicking. Conference championship on the line. This quarterback told us, this is my time to shine. This is my stage, Kirk, and he is delivering.
Well, anytime you see a performance like this out of a quarterback, it's like the stars are in alignment. The quarterback's doing his job. The play caller is seeing the defense and putting him in a position to have success. And let's not forget the line and the receivers, the job that they're doing as well. It's a dream performance so far by this quarterback.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Louisville offense is back out there on the field. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. Inside give now from the shotgun. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss. Didn't expect to lose 4 on the first down run. Set up now 2nd and 14. Handoff to the back. Jukes to get free. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage. So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Keeping it on the ground here. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
And the coverage team pens him in and brings him down. Here comes the Owls offense back out there. Here's the first play of the drive now, set up at the 24. The passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. He's wide open. Look out. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. Game moves the ball to the 43. First down coming up. Looking for a man. A short completion to the tight end. Refusing to be brought down before gaining first down yardage.
Hey, what a great effort by the tight end. Not only does he make the catch, but how about the effort there to break that tackle to pick up more yards?
From the shotgun, it's a handoff.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. Wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
And they wrap it up after the completion just short of the first down marker. The catch makes it a more manageable third down. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. That's big. They convert on third and set him up first down from the 32.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid game. Stay ahead of the chains.
Kennesaw State is in front right now, Kurt. It's been pretty one-sided so far at the end of 3. Let's check out the stats. One quarter to play in what has been a beatdown so far. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. To the air, it's Brewer. Quick throw to the left. He makes the grab. And finally tackle him down at the 2-yard line. What a play on that completion.
Man, they're already up big in this game, and now they're taking shots downfield. They're just looking to pour it on right now. Still throwing the football, and vertical shots to boot.
Looking right, this one caught. Tremendous protection. There was bound to be somebody open. Touchdown, Kennesaw State.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play call, and continuing to put points on the board.
Extra point try coming now. BAT is good, and the lead grows to 35-0. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Louisville offense is back out there on the field. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Looking to scramble. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
And there's the handoff. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw. It's Boley. Throws a fastball, but it's intercepted. He's bringing it back. He's going to score on the pick six. Touchdown, Kennesaw State.
Great job here by the defense coming up with yet another play. Boy, they are just pouring it on today, dominating in every phase.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. We got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Louisville offense is back out there on the field. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick six last time out here. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. It's a solid run. Gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play. Pass caught, second down now. And he drops back in the gun. Fires it to the wideout. What a catch! They make the stop after a big gain all the way to the 34. The Cardinals will have 1st and 10 here. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Quarterback keeps the football. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2. We'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They can't stop him. Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Well, first of all, I'm impressed that the user has not turned the game off and reset. They're playing it to the final whistle. And the offense is following your lead by playing hard and gaining some confidence for next week. We're not going to win this game, but I'll tell you what, you're a trooper.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. the Kennesaw State offense back out on the field. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. Chewing clock with the running game. Breaks loose at the 40. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense tries to put the finishing touches here on a lopsided victory. Nice game. Moves the ball to the 47. Another first down. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And the quarterback will take a knee. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. And it's a kneel down.
Alrighty, that's going to be the ball game right there. It looks like Louisville didn't put up much of a fight after all. I was actually kind of surprised by that, but our defense really came through and played a very dominant game. Excellent tackling there. Also excellent pressure from our defensive line. So kind of one of those type of deals that when a game comes together, it comes together, and we don't have any bad turnovers or anything like that. And if you know me, watching me, I like to seems like almost once a game throw a stupid interception. But yeah, it's a good game, and tune in next episode. We'll be in the playoffs, and we will get a bye for the first round of the playoffs because we're now in the ACC, and the ACC is a Power Four, so we will get a bye since we won our conference, and yeah, so we're gonna enjoy our bye for the first time during the playoffs, and then we'll see who we're playing, and I'll give kind of like a sneak preview real quick here. Um, into who we get for the playoffs. So give me just a second here and we'll get to the playoff bracket right quick like. Already quite a few points off of that one. We're breaking all kinds of records right now. Got our ACC championship trophy, which is outstanding. We did our recruiting already. So let's skip over here to the next week and take a look at our. Looks like we got one of the quarterbacks we were looking to get. If you're interested in seeing what we got as far as our recruits so far, I'll take a look at that as well. Actually, we can't look at that, but we can look at the playoff bracket right now. So we got our first round bye, and it looks like it'll be between LSU or Washington. Will be our first matchup. So I'm not sure about either one of those teams, but LSU is an SEC team, so they're probably pretty good. And it looks to be that LSU is the only. Nope, there's Ole Miss as well. So there's two SEC teams coming in there, and look at Missouri State jumping up there and getting in with two losses. Actually, that's interesting. And so yeah, there's quite a few teams. The usual suspects from anywhere from Notre Dame, Oregon, things like that. And it looks like they're going to go ahead and give Louisville a bye as well, which is very interesting. I'm shocked they did that. So looks like the Big 12 team is who got left out as far as the playoffs go. So yeah, Texas Tech probably won their conference, and they have two losses. And so for some reason, Louisville went ahead and got a bye, even though I just went ahead and, or the team just went ahead and destroyed them. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? So check it out next episode, and we'll be getting into the playoffs. Thanks. Peace. All right, let's take a look at. I don't think we can take a look at our recruiting. We do have a bye week here. Let's push that on. We'll take a look at our roster. Let's see what we got on our roster. Looks like we just lost him. He ended up committing, even though he was already committed to my team, which I don't know how that works, but I guess they can decommit on this game, which I've never had that happen before. But yeah, for some reason I had a guy decommit, which was so weird. I don't even know. Don't know how to explain what happened there, but yeah, he ended up decommitting. So super weird. He is this guy down here. So yep, Tune. J Tune was committed to our program, and then he just all of a sudden pulled out and decided not to come to our school. So I'm gonna leave him on just in case something weird happens. I've had players come to my school after they committed to somebody else, and they still ended up at our school. So we will just leave. We're gonna leave the 5 stars on there. Then we're gonna leave Tune on there as well. It's okay for me, it's only 4 spots on the roster, and it shouldn't affect really um, our spot here. We've got a top 5 finish so far, and we haven't even got all these guys yet. So we'll see what happens here. You never know. We might not end up getting some of these guys. I really think we're gonna end up getting this card here, but we'll see what happens. I could go with a hard sell, but really we have 2 D minuses, so I'm gonna go no hard sell on him. We want the hard sell there. I think here, yeah. Well, let's go ahead and do a hard sell. Actually, no, we can't because we don't have any points. So if we do something now, yeah, we can't do anything right now. So we'll just have to wait. But yeah, along with the transfer portal, we always pick up a few dudes on the transfer portal. So I would be surprised, very surprised, if we don't end up with the number 1 classes this go around. So getting those pipeline boosts have helped our team extremely, an extreme amount. I mean, it's just unbelievable how much it's helped our recruiting doing those pipeline boosts. So if you're wondering about whether or not you should get program builder, absolutely get that. Get this smart goals, and then go straight over here and start boosting your pipelines. I'm not sure about this one just yet because this is a boost of starting interest, and then recruits from your primary pipeline get extra influence boost, which that one would be nice. I wish it was kind of flipped. You know what I mean? I wish hometown discount was the one above, so we kind of have to spend 32 to get the hometown discount. Because I mean, boost to starting interest for recruits for your primary pipeline. I mean, if it's your primary pipeline, you're probably going to get the dude anyway. So that's my opinion on it. We can possibly go to elite recruiter as well. So yeah, that'll definitely help us quite a bit in recruiting as well. So I fully expect us to start dominating as far as on the recruiting trail goes. And yeah, I'll have to make sure I take a look at that as well before we start the next episode. Offensive coordinators. Ooh, we got a job offer from Virginia right here, which is a school that we wanted to do a natty or nothing with as well. And I already told the mascot dude that commented on my TikTok that I'm going to go ahead and do a natty or nothing rebuild right there. But I don't think I'm going to do it with this coach that I've got right here for Kennesaw State. We've just now got that rolling. I mean, unless Virginia ends up offering me in a couple of years, because it's just one of those type of things. I don't want to leave now that I'm getting to see all these recruits come in. I want to at least see what some of them end up doing. You know what I mean? So this is our 4th season. I said I was going to stay for 5. I might stay 6 or 7. We'll see what happens. Just because in the end, we want to see what some of these guys are going to do. We extended our 2 coordinators right there just because they're really, really good coordinators. They have exactly what we want. They have master motivator and I think master recruiter or elite recruiter or something like that. Let me check. Let's check and see. Looks like we'll end up with Washington. Washington. for that. And so job offers here. Defense coordinator. So yeah, I mean, pretty much. If you don't go with the job offers right there, you kind of get some janky ones. Let's see. What were we going to do? Stuff. I was going to take a look at my coordinators, I think. Look here. Yeah. Elite recruiter, master motivator. So that really, that extra boost right here. Yeah. This extra boost, I love that for recruiting. I don't know why our offensive coordinator went from a B to a B minus. I don't know why it does that. I'm not exactly sure what affects that. I do know on our recruiting though, which is interesting, that it took away all of our players we've had drafted for some reason. So don't know what happened with that, but it did what it did. So somebody at EA is messing with me. I guess that's what that is. Who knows? Docked me my points off my draft. So okay, let's get into this one. Hey, y'all, welcome back to the lab. We got our Natty or Nothing series going on with our Kennesaw State edition. We are getting into the playoffs here. We got a first round bye, and the first team we have to play now is going to be Washington, and so they're coming in with a 12-2 record. This is episode number 14 of season 4. We had a few job offers come our way, but we went ahead. We're going to stick around. We're going to wait and see what these recruiting classes end up doing for the next few years. And we brought in a decent quarterback. We brought in a few things that I want to see. Some wide receivers that are really good. So we just want to see what happens. You know what I mean? We want to see what these running backs end up doing and all that good stuff too as well. So anyway, let's get into this game right here. And we'll see what we got going on right here. We're going to go with our signature all black uniforms that we've been going with for the playoffs. Let me get back into here. Got black helmet. There we go. That's just the thing I do. If I have all black uniforms, I go with all black uniforms for the playoffs.
Four teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. This is the Capital One Orange Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Washington Huskies, taking on last year's national champions, the Kennesaw State Owls. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. It's quarterfinal time in the CFP, and let's get it going. Kickoff team out there, ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. So the Washington Huskies offense is on the field for the first time today. Down to the final 8 now. Quarterfinal matchups at neutral locations, Kirk, and that means one team which won a conference championship is rested. The other team is coming off an emotional win just a week ago.
And Chris, the prevailing thought would be, boy, the team that gets a chance to rest would be in a better position. But as we saw in 2024, the teams that got that rest, they lost their rhythm. And I think the teams that had a chance to play, they continue to stay in their routine, and it really benefited them. Let's see how it plays out today.
At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Caught in the backfield. It's Watson. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a really nice gain there. Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. Dropping back. Williams. Defense is coming after him. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
Boy, this guy is running hard today, right? I mean, you think about some of the backs that Washington's had. This guy's trying to say, hey, fellas, let me be added to that list of guys like Greg Lewis and Napoleon Kaufman and Chris Polk and Bishop Sankey and Myles Gaskin.
The junior able to bring him down quickly. Offense getting set. It's second down. Here comes a handoff. Been a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. Big moment on the opening drive. They face third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Grab down the middle. It's Harris. And they get the conversion there. Set up now first down at the 38.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a third down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field. But instead, this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Caught over the middle. It's Lawson. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
Boy, a nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. A running play called on fourth down. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop. So Kennesaw State's offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. Let's check out the impact players in this game. There are guys that are going to have to step up and deliver. The teammates look to them. Coaches are counting on them today.
Chris, I think these are the guys that show the most consistency, and I think that's why we're showcasing them. And they're going to have to be able to step up and not only make plays, I think provide the leadership. Coaches told us all week that these are the guys that really are unique within this program, and hopefully they play well today.
They've got him down out near the 40.
It's a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The game makes it second and medium. It's the running back in the flat. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down. No huddle now for the offense.
Well, we've seen them do this in the past. A good throw, get the first, and here comes the tempo.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, when they called that one in, I doubt they thought it was going to go backwards like it did. Normally, you can get a few out of these option plays, but they got nothing here.
Pulls it in. It's Smith. And they bring him down, but not before he reaches the 38. First down from there. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
First down, looking to throw the football. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time. Incomplete. Second down coming up. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. That's reeled in. It's Clark. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
And isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. and it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out in space.
Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Caught over the middle. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. The offense will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. So on fourth down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. It'll be a 33-yard attempt here. And that one's straight down the middle. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And one final play before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. On the run here. Lets it go. Sideline route, but he's out of bounds before the first down marker. Kennesaw State is in front right now. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. They'll run it here. Looks like Washington will have the first down. 1st and 10 now for the offense. Play fake, looking to throw. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. It's 2nd and 10 off the incompletion. Ball to 36 still. Back to pass. It's Williams. And this pass is caught.
You know, you roll the dice here as a defense when you play man-to-man. The thing is, you've got to get pressure on the quarterback. If you don't, he's got time, and now he can look at that defense and figure out where is his best one-on-one matchup, and he makes a big play there.
The Huskies will bring their punt team onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. And the punt will bounce out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Great job by the punter there. Kennesaw State's offense out there now. Settled for a field goal last time out. Can they open things up on this possession? So the drive will begin backed up at their own 6-yard line. A handoff from the shotgun. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. The offense going with the hurry up. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looking to scramble now. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, it is complete. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, that was definitely not what they had in mind, but look at this. Here comes the tempo again, undeterred by a tackle for a loss.
And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice game.
With these big pass plays can jumpstart this offense a bit, and here they go with the tempo, looking to get this defense confused and out of position.
That's a solid gain. Moves the football inside the 40. 1st and 10.
The offense comes up with a huge gain. It looks like like they're going to go up-tempo, keep this momentum going, and keep the defense as much as you can on their heels.
They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now in this drive. He hands it off from the gun. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. 3rd and short here in this playoff game, the 8th play of the drive. And they pick up the first on the ground. And they convert on 3rd. Football at the 20 now. 1st down in the red zone. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Here comes a throw from the red zone. QB to the tight end for a completion. They bring him down after a short gain there. So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. The receiver grabs it. He's tackled but down at the 9-yard line. Defense getting pushed around. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. The offense knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. And he'll set up to throw. He's got it near the end zone. And he can't quite get in. They get him down at the 1-yard line. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. So with playoff pressure cooked, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Get this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Washington offense retakes the field here. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. Back to throw. It's Williams. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Third down upcoming after that completion. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's knocked away. Incomplete. 4th down now.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
So here we go. The first play of the drive. Less than a minute to play before halftime. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Nice grab. It's Joyner. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a 1st down.
The offense really clicking here. A quick throw out left, complete. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
And a nice 1st down gain there. They get him down, but very close to the 1st down marker. He's running out of time here. And the junior decides to pick up the 1st down himself. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes comes the field goal unit. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And they add to their lead. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. Exciting, action-packed, enormous drama. Talk about a first half of football.
And the Huskies will kick this deep to begin the second half. And the return starts just inside the end zone. It'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Owls offense back out there. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. First play of the second half is a handoff. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Short throw complete to the tight end. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
Grab down the middle. It's Smith. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle. Here's the toss play now. Running to the right. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, great job here by this defense. They're trying to bounce this to the outside, take advantage of his speed in the backfield, but no chance at all. The defensive speed, ability to diagnose the play, blows it up.
Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down. Fourth down. No punt. Out of field goal range. They're going for it. Ball handed off. That's the spin move. They make the tackle, but this offense now in scoring position. First down to the 32. And trust the running back to convert on fourth down. Now let's see if they keep feeding him here. Looking to throw it on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Montgomery. Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up. The sure hands. It's Smith. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up. So no hesitation. The offense is on the field to go for it here. It's a crucial play. Trying for a fourth down completion. Fires it to the wideout. The ball is picked off. It's a short return. They bring him down to the 22, but this defense steps up, makes a big play.
Well, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
They're gaining some breathing room now. Tackled at the 26. The game makes it second and medium. And they'll give it to the back. Gets the first and still running. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there. Offense comes up on first down in 13 personnel. This can create some problems for a defense. Off the play fake on first down. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
To throw, it's Williams. He stays alive. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Oh, he makes the catch. They make the stop after a big gain all the way to the 34. This Washington offense is moving quickly down the field. First down, looking to throw the ball. Trying to get the throw off. He'll just throw that one away to avoid what would have been a sack.
Boy, this one's on the offensive line, Chris. They've got to do a better job of protecting the franchise quarterback. This guy's as good as there is in the country, and they're letting this pressure get to their quarterback. You either get the ball out faster, or the offensive line's got to do a better job of taking care of their guy.
He stop, but he gets a first down. The Huskies come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On first down, they'll keep the running game churning. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Huskies. A much-needed counterpunch delivered. And now here comes the point after attempt.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Here comes the Kennesaw State offense back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Incomplete and nearly picked off. They waste an opportunity for a much-needed takeaway, but it does set up fourth down. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. The coverage team makes the stop on this return. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're set up at their 40. Ball handed off. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? To throw, it's Williams. Pressure is coming. And he'll just throw it away to avoid the sack. This should be the last play of the quarter. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Lets it go quickly. And the pass is incomplete on the final play of this quarter. Kennesaw State is in front right now. And as we reach the end of 3, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. And the Huskies will send the punt team onto the field. Returning brought down. Sets up the next drive. Kennesaw State's offense out there now. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Tackle made after a solid game. They'll spot the ball at the 34. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Stopped right there at the line. No gain. And it's a bunch formation. Second down, looking to throw it. With the catch, it's Smith. Heads out of bounds after a solid game.
I just continue to be in awe of this offense. Even with the lead, these guys are going to play for 60 minutes. They do not let up. Here they are. Typically, you want to run the football here to work the clock, but these guys stick to the game plan and keep throwing the football, trying to get more yards.
Second down after that previous play. Grinding away with a running game. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. And now a timeout. Smith. They get the third down conversion. First down now from the 37. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Now it's second down here. Off the RPO, caught to the right. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Makes a quick catch. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Looking to throw it again. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. They make the stop, but that moves the football to the 16. It'll be first down.
Well, the defense gets these guys to third down. They got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the first down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They've got him down, but that first down should be enough to move them into the next round of the playoff. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. There's the snap, and he just takes a knee. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a W.
All right, let's go. That was tough. Definitely a tough one. Had that one bad interception that we threw right to the defender, but other than that, played a pretty solid game. Washington had a pretty good game plan. Their running back was good. And they were able to move the football on us. We were able to squeak out the playoff win there. So definitely a tough matchup. We get into the playoffs. These teams they're not joking around. So appreciate you stopping in and checking out this episode. And we'll see you next time. Peace. Got this Orange Bowl, yo. Got us a big old Orange Bowl win. This is the Orange Bowl victory. It's a good dub. That was a good dub for sure. Sometimes they're a little more hard fought than what we want to be. Nothing wrong with that. It happens. Sometimes you got to fight in the playoffs. Sometimes teams don't put up as much of a fight as you thought they would. Miami is typically one of the better teams for sure. And I don't think we played Miami in our regular season. Let me take a look and see. Did we play Miami? Played Florida State. Yes, we did play Miami. And yep, it was a pretty hard fought game. That one, we went to their house. And let's take a look and see what happened there. Yeah, they got us up on us, and then we got tied up at the half, it looks like, and then we took care of business in the second half. So that's kind of the way it works sometimes, you know what I mean? Tough, hard fought games. Let's take a look and see if we have any All Americans. I don't think we do, but you never know. Oh, yeah, look there. D tackles in on that situation. And our other D tackles there. Got strong safety in there as well. We have no freshmen. Interesting. Surprising. And let's take a look at the playoff bracket right quick. I think this is the semis. Yep. Looks like Miami took care of Missouri State. Missouri State took care of Missouri in the first round. And yeah, so they put up quite a few points, 56-42. That's a heck of a high scoring game compared to the one we just played. Louisville gets destroyed by Pittsburgh. I mean, Pittsburgh just absolutely came out there and just crushed them. So I'll be quite frank with you. I'm not surprised by that because Louisville did not seem to be the greatest team in the world. That's for sure. So it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. We got the. Let's take a look here. They actually have more points per game, which is very surprising because I'll be honest with you, I personally thought we scored more than 33 points per game because we had such a powerful offense. But then again, we also played our second team in the fourth quarter for the the majority of the games that we played. So it doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me that Miami looks better on paper, but I'll be honest with you, the fact that we went to their home already and beat them gives us, I think, an edge on them. We'll see what happens here. You know, semis are always tough. We're gonna go ahead and end the stream right there, and we'll probably play a little bit here in a little bit. But it's break time for me. We've been streaming for about an hour and a half or so. So we'll be back on later. I appreciate y'all stopping in and checking it out. Peace.